Oh man, I was in a little league game, man.
What happened, dude?
The power went out.
Dude, I was watching Power Ranger videos.
Why do you gotta deal this? Oh my gosh. You know what we should do?
What?
We should tell spooky stories.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, man. You know, I got a really good story for you, man. I don't think you're ready for it.
Dude, I don't know if you're ready for mine.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if you're ready. I don't think you can handle it.
I don't think any of you are ready.
I'm around, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the story. Yeah. There was a guy. He was about our age. He'd been drinking. He had a few too many drinks at a party one night. Yeah, that's always how it starts. Well, he drove home. And as you know, you should never drive home after you drink.
Get a DWI doing that.
Sadly, the cops didn't get to him first. It was pouring down rain, and I'm telling you, it was coming down hard. Halfway home, on the back streets that he knows so well, he pulled over. He kept telling himself, I'm okay, I'm gonna get it together. I can make it home. It's going to be alright. But that's when he heard the knocking on the side door of his truck.
Was there anybody there?
Yes, it was a girl. And against his better judgment, he let her in. She hopped in the truck, completely drenched. But he was just trying to be a nice guy. Whenever he looked at her, something didn't quite seem right about her. She hurried to get near the vents to stay warm. It's like she couldn't get there fast enough. Well, whenever he looked at her, he could tell she was blonde, but it's like he couldn't tell anything else besides that. Whenever he was staring at her, her skin gave a weird glow. I don't know about you, but people don't usually glow when I see them. Well, he was trying to talk to her, and she just wouldn't speak to him. It's like her mouth was moving, but words weren't coming out. I don't really understand it myself. But he kept talking to her, and she just kept getting closer to the vents. And she just wanted to get warm. But as he looked at her, her skin, glowed. It began to radiate. Well, the only thing he could read off her lips, she looked him in his eyes, right into his soul. He felt her eyes penetrate further than anything he had felt before.
Yikes.
And all he could read on her lips were, "Why did you do it?"
Oh no.
He felt a shiver go down his spine. He had never felt so horrible in his life. And when I told you she started to shine, her skin shined so bright that he couldn't look at her. And just like that, she was gone. And then he felt it, the searing pain going across his chest. His head started to throb. Nothing felt right. And when the pain became unbearable, his eyes opened. He was upside down in his truck. The only thing he could think to do was to undo his seatbelt, and he landed on his neck upside down in the truck, but he managed to get his way out. The glass was shattered everywhere. It was all over the ground. But he crawled through it regardless. He knew he was bleeding, but he didn't think it was bad. When he got up, the first thing he did was look for street signs. He was lucky. He was at an intersection. So he pulled out his phone, which, once again for him, lucky, was still working. He called the police and he told them exactly where he was. On the corner of Smith and 7th. But he got up in the pouring rain after he made that call. And he started to look around. He wanted to see if anything flew out of his truck. But that's when he saw it. Something wet on the ground. It was a trail, and he followed it. But when he got to the end, he dropped his phone. It was the girl, lying there, motionless. She was gone. And he could do nothing about it. And that is how a life was taken.